Jed Castles has your bus stop forecast at 6:17 on a Thursday.
Yeah, kind of another gloomy start out there. You know, we had the rain overhead overnight. Much of that rain has now moved out of the metro, but just a gloomy, foggy scene. I think this is now the fourth, maybe fifth day in a row we've had fog here in the central part of the state. So socked in once again. We're talking more about the fog here in just a moment. But let's get you out the door with those kiddos getting to the bus stop this morning. Watch out for the kiddos heading to the bus stop. That fog getting a little thicker there. They're running across the street trying to get to their bus stop. Just slow it down this morning and watch those school zones as well. Chilly start, 47 with that fog. Should dry out the rest of today. Mostly cloudy skies, and we'll get back up in the 50s going into your afternoon coming up for today. Now, the rain has moved out. Most of the rain now off toward east. The showers have moved out. The heaviest of the rain, Muskogee, Henrietta, over toward the Fort Smith areas. That's going to move on out, and looks like we'll be seeing some improvement there. But the fog now becomes the story from Oklahoma City back to the west. That fog very thick now from OKC, Enid, Alva, Clinton, Hobart, Altus, all down less than a quarter of a mile. So let's go out on the roadways. Let's check in with Jeremy Carter, who's been out there this morning. Jeremy, you've been running in and out of that fog this morning. How are the conditions out there?
Yeah, Jed, I'm on the west side of the metro, about 59th and 152, but the fog has just continually gotten thicker and thicker, and I would say that you're definitely going to want to make sure that you're not driving too fast. You want to be able to see people on the roads, as well as you want to make sure people see you too, Jed. Back to you.
Very good. Yeah, we'll have Jeremy out this morning monitoring, as you can see, kind of some foggy conditions. A lot of times cameras don't make that fog look as thick, but it's gotten pretty thick now around most of the metro, mild visibility or lower. And as we look at the future visibilities here, that fog is going to be the story this morning, really across western, central parts of Oklahoma. And as we go through the day today, that fog still should hang around through about 2, 3 o'clock. There will still be some areas of dense fog, possible even into early afternoon. You know, that sun angle during the winter months going to late December, that sun angle is really low, so it just can't burn that fog off as well as it can, say, back in November, October, or September. So fog is the story now. That's been the case here the last several days, continues to be the case today, and it looks like it'll be the case again for your Friday as we see the fog thicken back up, and that fog will be covering much of the state coming up into your Friday morning. So we'll be dealing with the fog again tomorrow morning. Again, that wet ground helps to allow that fog to become more of an issue. And here's your rain totals. About 1/4 of an inch to under 1/2 an inch of rain across northwest Oklahoma, the metro area, about 1/2 an inch to as much as an inch of rainfall. You go further south, down toward Byers, on down toward the Ada area, some areas have picked up close to 2 inches of rain. And more rain is on the way. Our next round comes in late Friday into Friday night. Expect to see that rain chance go up during the day on Friday. By Friday evening, Friday night, up near 100%, as we'll see maybe an additional 1/4 inch of rainfall possible with this next rain event. And again, maybe a little thunder mixed in with that as well. 47, it's socked in now. That's our cowboy cam. North winds, wind chill 45. Just a raw, chilly start this morning. That fog around. The rain has shifted off to the east, and we'll keep that fog around here as we go through the morning hours. Through about lunchtime in some spots, we'll make it up in the 50s, closing on 60 by 4 o'clock today. If that fog is to hang around, and that's certainly a possibility, that will allow our temperatures to really stall out. May not make it out of the low 50s today. So we'll keep an eye on that. Mid-40s to mid-50s over the state right now. Wind chill, not a major factor there. And here goes the storm system moving on by. That'll scoot on out. Expect to see some drying into our forecast tomorrow morning, but again, that fog will be the story waking up for your Friday morning. And then Friday afternoon, here comes that rain moving back in. By evening time, that rain will be around during the overnight periods into Saturday morning. Before that scoots on out into your Saturday afternoon, and we should be drying out most of your weekend. 60s and 50s covering the state. Again, that fog, a key on how it's going to play out. The rain is coming to an end now across central Oklahoma, all sliding to the east, and then more 40s and 50s on the way tomorrow. Rain chances going up during the evening hours, likely chances by Friday night. So prepare for some make that some wet weather for your Friday evening plans. We're tracking severe weather. That's going to be a possibility. We're monitoring this very closely. Not a classic case for severe weather when you typically see it. That can happen any time of the year if the conditions are right. So we'll monitor that coming up on Monday. Colder air comes our way next week. We're looking down the road to Christmas, maybe some winter weather down the road. We'll be tracking that down the road as well. We're going to take a break. Lacey's got your outdoor forecast. It's coming up in just a few minutes.